Thank you.
Aww.
I tried some shortness.
You tried some shortness. It looks really good. Welcome, everyone. And I am super honored to be with Miss Heidi Thompson. She's our CEO of Scentsy. I'm so excited. Look, she's so busy. She's walking.
I am. I'm closing my door.
Heidi, thank you so much for your time today. And I think that what we're going to gain from this as a Scentsy family community is getting to know you, kind of knowing what makes you tick, and knowing that you are a human being with a loving, caring heart. And that's what we want to see, and that's what we want to learn from you today. So hopefully you don't mind some questions.
Nope.
And I know we're short on time, so we will get started.
Okay.
All right, so I have a bunch of questions. We won't go through all of them, but some of them will be quick answers.
Okay.
Things
So
like... Okay, go ahead.
On the first one, it says, because you sent me over a list, and it says, how much weight? And I was like, really? She's going to ask me how much I weigh?
So let's finish that question, right? So how much weight do you have in decision making on the catalog?
A lot. So much so that it could be like needing to go to print in 2 weeks, and we'll have a meeting and maybe we won't like something, or we want to change a layout, and we'll say, we need to fix that, or we need to make this look better, or
Awesome.
A lot.
Good. Yay, we like that. Okay, so what does the day of Heidi really look like? And not necessarily like the office. We want to know a little bit about you.
Yeah.
Like when you get up in the morning, do you brush your teeth?
Yeah, I brush my teeth. I get up in the morning about 5:45, and I say it's 5:45, and she says, okay. At 6 o'clock, I call Grace, and at 6:30, I call Owen, and I do that same thing. Then about 6:30, when I call Owen, I'll hop into the shower, and then I usually go out in the kitchen with wet hair and wet, bathrobe, and I make sandwiches for the kids and help get their lunch together, make sure everything's signed that they might need signed for school. And then they usually leave about 7:10. So then, breakfast, try and grab something quick. And then once they leave, I finish, getting ready, and then drive in here to work. And then, I look on, usually when I first wake up though, I look at my day, so I kind of know what's going to be happening that day.
Right.
And then I just get into the office and sit down at my desk like I am right now.
Yay!
I'll get on Facebook and see if there is anything going on there, and also try and send birthday wishes to everybody who has birthdays that shows up in my Facebook. And then just Amber, I have an assistant. She's amazing. I love her. And Amber will just come in periodically and say, okay, your next meeting, they're here. And then I'll go to the proper room, have a meeting. So, and then usually I leave, it's going to be a new schedule starting this week, but usually I could stay till like 4 or 5. But now on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, my kids have piano at 3 o'clock.
Nice.
And so I need to pick them up from school. It's a long story. Emma's at a different school for last period. And so I don't have time for her to leave school and go get Emma and Owen and get to piano by 3. So somebody else has to go get the kids on those days, and then Emma, doesn't. So anyway,
so
that's
Mama Heidi is the taxi, and she's the cook, and she does all of that stuff too.
I do. And okay. I hate to say it, but there's no exercise in there.
Aww.
Walking the stairs. I try and walk the stairs at Scentsy twice a day, but other than that, I'm just, taxiing here and there, getting up early for kids, but not exercise. So.
not for exercise. Heidi, you need to make time for yourself.
I know.
Okay, so, and the next one I'm sure is a pretty vague. It's it's actually a very vague question, but it says, what are your responsibilities at work? That's pretty much.
A lot,
Yeah.
We just meetings with meetings, but those meetings cover like strategic planning. We'll cover like quality of products. Like on Friday, we had a meeting where they brought up some issues that we were having with warmers. So before we released them out, then we needed to be aware of some quality issues that we were having. So we talked about that, and then talk about how to handle that. Meetings, we get to do the fun meetings, like picking the fragrances for spring and fall of 2015.
Yay.
What else? I mean, just
No,
lots
Heidi,
of
no hints, Heidi?
Huh?
No hints?
No. Just really good is what I'll say.
Yeah,
really,
okay.
really good. So, yeah, just we do a lot of meetings, and then planning, strategic planning. We're already have our executive retreat planned, and we're actually going to go somewhere this year. Ooh. And do our planning away from Scentsy. So we're excited about that, and planning for the year. So just a lot of planning, a lot of meetings, and networking here in the office, just to make sure everybody's on the same page.
Right.
So
lots of stuff.
Yeah.
What's your favorite color?
Okay, you're gonna laugh at me because I saw that question. Okay, see what I'm wearing?
Okay.
I always tell my kids, they'll say, "What's your favorite color, Mom?" And I always say black, because it goes with everything. So boring.
That's a good one. Hey, that's a good one. You're right. It does.
Yeah, I don't really have a favorite color. All the colors of the rainbow, they're all pretty.
They are.
So
absolutely. When you have a day, I guess that's supposed to say off, do you sit around in your sweatpants and t-shirt?
Do I? I have lots of sweatpants and t-shirts. I don't usually wear them out. Like if I'm going to run to the store or something, I don't usually run in sweatpants. Is that because I feel like I might run into somebody?
Right.
And I feel like I'm representing Scentsy, so I feel like I can't look ugly, in sweatpants.
Right.
So, I have lots of sweatpants and t-shirts that I wear around my house and to clean and on Sundays. So, yeah.
Okay.
It's good.
Favorite junk food? Is it licorice? You just had some.
I just ate some licorice. You know what? I'm a junkie. That is so bad. I like candy, sweets. Probably my favorite is Good and Plenty.
Oh,
which
really?
Is black licorice. Yes.
So you must love sugar and spice.
Smells like it sort of smells. Yeah, it's got a spicy note to it, but yeah, I do.
Yay. Good and Penny. That's like old school.
I know. I love it. And they have to be really soft. So when I go to the store, I don't buy them in the box. The box is disgusting. Okay. I have to buy the bag, and I will pinch the bag to make sure that they're soft.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Prerequisites.
Yeah.
Okay. And I like these two questions. Okay. If you were to give one piece of advice to a seasoned consultant, what would it be?
Oh man. Well, I have to go with the childlike wonder. That's sort of my theme for the year.
Yeah.
But also, childlike wonder, remembering what it was like to be a kid when you didn't care what other people, thought of you. But the same for Scentsy, like remembering when you first signed up as a consultant, that feeling, how excited you were, and how you just wanted to scream it from the rooftops and tell everybody. And so don't forget that feeling, because you will have those, down times. Mm-hmm. And hopefully you can just remember that and get back up. And remember that first time you got your check and how excited you were on that first check. And, don't forget those little things like that. So
yeah, good.
That's probably
awesome. I love that. I do. So then the same would go, what would your one piece of advice be for a new consultant? Since they haven't experienced those firsts yet.
Right. For that, I would probably say, like the new Ascent Academy, to get on track with that and to follow all the tracks for that, which would include Sensational Start. We have numbers. I don't know what they are. That's terrible. I should know. But we have numbers that show if you reach Sensational Start level 2 or level 3, that you're much more likely to have a successful business than just level 1. So that's what I would say.
I think it was almost like 80%, Heidi.
Yeah, it's huge. It's huge. So I would say get on the Ascent Academy track and follow those different tracks and try for Sensational Start level 2 or level 3.
Nice. Perfect. One place you haven't visited that you want to visit?
And then you're going to say why, and I'm not sure why, just because I've seen pictures on Pinterest and stuff that are beautiful, but I think I want to go to Turkey.
Turkey?
So, yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I've actually seen pictures. That looks good.
Yeah, it looks really fun. So I think I would like to go and tour over there.
Nice. Well, you do that.
I think I will.
Okay. Do you have pets, and what are their names?
Yes. And there's a little story behind that. Because growing up, I had pets, and I always had to, clean up after them. And I didn't like doing that. That was not a responsibility I liked. So we never had pets. We had fish, a couple fish, but that was it. Since Orville and I've been married. No, I think we had a bird one time too, but we quickly got rid of that. But my kids would beg, please, can we have an animal? No. Oh, I promise I'll clean up after it. And I'm thinking, I remember being a kid and I hated it. Right. So anyway, about a year ago, my dad was staying on the Scentsy farm, and a cat had babies, wild. Okay. Well, he decided to feed one of them, and then he invited Owen to come over and help him with loading and unloading his trailer and doing some work around the farm. And in the process of that, he said, I'll pay you, Owen. Well, then it became, hey, there's this $10,000 cat. Maybe you would like this $10,000 cat instead of payment.
Oh, no.
And so Owen came home telling me that Grandpa Jack had this $10,000 cat, nice. and that we really should take it. So I got a little upset. And anyway, I called my dad and I said, you can't tell my kids that. You can't do that. But anyway, he every year around September, he leaves and goes to Arizona to spend winter down there because it's warm. And so he kept saying, well, I'm going to drop that cat off at a shelter. Yeah, I'm going to be taking that cat to a shelter, laying the guilt on me a little bit. And it worked. So right. Went and picked up that cat and brought him home. Well, his name is Hobo.
Hobo.
We named him Hobo, yeah. And he's a sweet cat, very sweet, male, and we had him declawed. Okay. I know, sort of inhumane, but I didn't want him scratching my furniture.
I don't blame you.
I knew cats that they do that growing up. We had lots of scratched furniture. So anyway, but I still let him outside during the day. He goes outside and he plays. And then at night I let him back in because that's usually when cat fights happen.
Right.
And so he's been great, a great cat, but not how I want to get a cat.
He's a $10,000 cat, Heidi. Yeah. What more could you want?
He's a great cat. So we have a cat.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay. How many warmers do you have and what are they? Wow.
Oh my. And I don't even know. I know we have 3 we have a 2-story, it's more like a ranch or a daylight basement house. And I know I have 3 downstairs, and upstairs, I don't even know. Probably like 6. And when I change out my warmers, I like the same fragrance everywhere. So
everywhere?
Yeah. So I put the same fragrance everywhere except my guest bathroom. And my guest bathroom, I'll put something spa-like or,
Right.
a little more bathroomy. So.
Bathroomy.
Yes.
So what is your favorite scent?
Again, let's see.
That's a hard one because you've made so many of them.
I don't really have favorites. I go by my mood and the season. So however I'm feeling. But I do have some, like banana nut bread will always be a favorite because that was one of the first ones I warmed. I loved Mediterranean Spa. Nice. Were you around when we had that one?
Yep, I have some.
I loved that one. Orange Dreamsicle.
Okay.
What else? Spicy cinnamon, clove and cinnamon, welcome home, stuff like that in the fall. I love.
Yeah.
I don't know. There was an old one that I really liked called Cheerful Day. And I think maybe it's been brought back once, but.
Oh, we need to bring that back again then.
I like it.
Yeah.
But it will
okay.
probably never put it on. Nobody remembers what it smelled like. So it was just a happy smell. So, and I like Honeymoon Hideaway too.
That's a good one. That's a good new one. I like that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your favorite TV show? Do you have time for TV?
Oh, TV. Yes and no. A lot of times we'll what do you call it? Like TiVo or record.
Yeah.
We record something and then come back and watch it. So we might be a season late watching it, but we'll somehow find a weekend or something where we can watch all the episodes. I love Downton Abbey.
Oh, nice.
You watching that one?
Yep.
No?
I've seen it. I don't watch much TV either, so.
Yeah, we don't. And we'll Netflix. So most everything that we've watched has been Netflixed. The other one that we really like is The Blacklist.
I haven't seen that one.
Current, it's with James Spader. I love James Spader. He's an amazing actor, and I used to watch him when he was in Boston Legal.
Yeah.
And now he's in The Blacklist, and so I have to watch it because I think he's great.
Good. Well, now you know their TV ratings are going to go up, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. You know what? This is a good one, and you know what? We probably won't go through all the questions, but this is one that I'm. Huh?
You're gonna have to pick the favorites.
Yeah, I know. Okay, what charity that we've had has been closest to your heart?
The breast cancer charity. My mom had breast cancer, and so that was very. And again, maybe so many women suffer from breast cancer that Anne loved that first warmer. That was why we did it again, because it was just so popular. So
and thank you for that, because that's huge. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What does Scentsy Spirit mean to you?
Okay, again, Scentsy Spirit, a family first and foremost, because I really do feel like even here at the office that, all of our employees are my family, and we're always thinking about how to, involve them in things and please them and make it easier for them. And same for the field, for all of our consultants, that we're always thinking of you guys and how to make things easier, and just that we love you and make it known that we love you. So family, that's what it means. And then also, just like what I talked about at convention, it's always going to be simplicity, authenticity, and generosity. But also, I think it's the optimism, love, and connection and kindness, optimism, hope, and light. So that's what it means.
That's a lot of good feeling stuff.
I know, it is. It is. Well, but that's what it means to me, is good feeling. And I just hope that it makes everybody else feel good. So
I think it does. I think you can vote on that one.
Yeah.
Okay, what else?
There's a lot.
Yeah, there are a lot. And I don't know that we have to go through all of them, but okay. So here's one that and you're going to giggle.
Okay.
What would you say to someone who lives in a very small town and wants to sell Scentsy?
Okay, should I giggle now? I don't think that the size of the town matters at all. It's and especially with social media today, you can get on social media and today meet somebody in Australia or meet somebody in, Europe. And so it doesn't matter how big your town is whatsoever. And just go for it. Get out there and go for it.
Yeah.
So,
and that kind of goes along with saturation.
yes.
So how do you?
And I don't believe in that either. We have so many people that come for boot camp in April and October here to the home office, which is where Scentsy started. And it's almost, sorry. Does that show up on your screen when it does that?
just the oops, sorry.
I got a little notice that popped up on my screen. So, but they'll come here to boot camp and go out into the city and they'll meet people that have never heard of Scentsy and recruit them to their team. And so I don't think that there's any such thing as that. And there's still, I think that they say, like when you are a group of people, and it would be fun to know the exact numbers, but we're probably only reaching like 1% of the whole people, all the people in the United States. And that means there's a lot of people that don't know about Scentsy.
Yeah.
So
that's huge.
And then the other thing that happens is consultants drop off.
Right.
Not everybody stays with it. So there's a lot of customers that are out there that don't know who to contact or how to get a hold of somebody. We're always getting calls here into the office asking about, who can I call? Who can I call to be my consultant because my consultant moved, or
right.
I can't get a hold of her anymore. So I don't believe in any of that.
No, I don't either at all.
Yeah. It's evidenced every time we have a boot camp or, visitors come in. I'll share a little story real quick too. About 2 weeks ago, Orville, we were downstairs eating lunch and Janae Sexton, you know her? Yeah, she was here eating lunch too. And Rusty, Annie's husband, Annie Hale's husband, was here eating lunch with Annie, and he walked outside and a couple was outside and asked about Scentsy, if they could buy Scentsy products here at the home office. And Rusty says, no, you can't, but I can help hook you up with somebody. So then he was like, well, what do I do? What do I do? And so he went and grabbed Janae. Janae was eating lunch here. Yeah. I know, maybe, but.
No, it is what it is. She was in the right spot at the right time.
But that's another thing that I feel is right spot, right time. And so they hooked up and, she was able to place an order. So
nice.
Anyway, but she didn't have a Scentsy consultant. She was looking, and we're 10 years old. So there's still people wanting to buy Scentsy and don't know how. And there's still people that haven't heard of Scentsy.
Yeah,
so.
They have no idea what it is. That's just crazy talk. Crazy talk. Okay, so I think I've got two more. So okay. I think one of the things that I personally want to know is, what do you want your legacy to be?
Yeah. That's a tough one.
Leave it to Edie.
Yeah, I know. And I guess I would just say that, that I was a nice, kind, caring person, and that I made everybody feel important, because that is a goal of mine, to try and make everyone feel that they're important and that they're my friend no matter what. So just that I'm nice. Is that good enough?
That's an excellent legacy, because honestly, the legacy is what we leave to our kids. So if people are talking about mom and they're saying, she was a really nice lady, she made me feel awesome.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
My kids to say that I was the best mom ever, but they already say that, so.
Right. That's right.
I actually just got a little message from Sarah, because like I said today, I told you earlier, it's her birthday.
Happy birthday.
So she sent me a picture and it just popped up on the top of the screen and she was like, thank you. And she sent me a picture of the gift I had sent her. So.
Oh, so awesome. Happy birthday, Sarah, if you're watching. Okay, so people want to connect with your human side, which we have been. They want to know that Heidi is pure of heart and cares of her family and Scentsy family, which we honestly do. And I want you to, you need to know that we care deeply for you and we see the care that you have for us.
Thank you.
What would you say to them? What is one thing that you can think of that people would just know, you know what, this is Heidi. She's raw, she's real, she's wonderful, or maybe she's not.
I think there are a couple out there that think I'm not. So.
I doubt it.
It's okay. So what would I say to who?
What would you say to just people in general that would allow people to connect to your human side? Like the Heidi before Scentsy.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I understand exactly what you're saying, but
okay. Well, and I mean, I think we've seen some of that. I mean, by asking questions silly like "What's your favorite color?" and that sort of thing. I mean, I think the purpose for doing this video, and as I've discussed with you, is so that people can understand Heidi as a person. We know you as our CEO. We know you as our leader, as our mom, as our provider of a means, right? Because you're providing us with Scentsy. But I think that a lot of people lack or miss, because you can't get everywhere. We know that.
I try.
I know you do. And that is part of the human part of you, the caring part of you. And I think what we just want to be able to do is connect with Heidi and say, you know what, she is real. She is who she is. She's raw. She shows us who she is without fluff. You know, she without the makeup kind of a thing, right?
Yeah, look, I have makeup on today. Lipstick.
With a new haircut, you look awesome.
Haircut.
So I guess if there was just one thing that you could say, you know, yeah, I am human, and this is why. I mean, I guess maybe that's just a really vague question, and maybe it's not one to be asked. I don't know, and maybe this video is going to come across with that presence that we're looking for.
I don't know, maybe I am human because I cry with you when I you know, get on Facebook and hear your struggles and the things that you're going through, and I laugh with you when you say funny things, and I cheer you on when I see all the postings of accomplishments, and I do try to get on Facebook a ton, and be there to share in all those experiences. The other thing that I feel like I'm the woman voice here at Scentsy, because if you guys were to come and sit in a executive meeting, it's a lot of testosterone in that room. So a lot of times I feel like I'm the woman voice, and you know, not all of our Scentsy consultants are women.
Right.
But the majority are. And so I feel like a lot of pressure that I'm that one voice in that room for, you know, representing all the women. And so that's important to me, that there's somebody there that knows and feels and has maybe the emotional side that maybe guys aren't, you know, don't have, and intuition, women's intuition.
Right.
So a lot of times I think they have a hard time understanding me because I am a woman and I think differently than they do. And so I'll just say, here's what I think that the consultants will want. And then they might push back on me and say, well, no, we don't think that. Why do you think that, Heidi? And I'll say, I don't know. I can't say it exactly. I just feel it. That's what I feel. And 9 times out of 10, it's right.
Right?
So, yeah. So there's something to be said about that woman's intuition.
That's
so.
right. That's right.
But anyway, I just love you all, and want to see you all succeed, and be there to cheer you all on and give you hugs and tell you I love you. So.
And we know that, and we feel it. And I think this message that you just gave, I think there are a lot of new consultants who don't know who you are. You know, they don't know Orville. And I think that it's important for people to not only hear it from you, but to see it. And I think the video was a big part of that. I was really hoping to get you to cry for a good reason, but it didn't happen.
Okay.
So I guess my last question, and I was kind of put up to this by Ben.
Okay.
So
he was wanting to know.
Yeah, he said
Okay.
he said ask her what she wants to know about you. I'm like, why would she want to know anything about me? He said just ask her. If you had a question that you could ask me, what would it be?
Okay, so I wrote down a couple.
Oh
okay,
no.
So first of all, so I have more than one, but just like, you know, hobbies. That's an easy one. What are the things that you like to do for fun?
I actually love to sing. I have been a singer in my past life. Scentsy fills it a lot more now, so I don't get to do it as often as I want, but I love to sing and I love to be outdoors. I just love to go for walks. I love to plant my flowers. Yeah.
Okay, then the other one was describe yourself in 5 words. Do that?
Persistent.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. Optimistic.
Yes, very. I agree.
Challenge oriented. Love a challenge. Yep. I guess that's 2 words. That's not fair.
Okay.
Very caring. How many is that? 4? One more.
That's 4. Yeah.
Appreciative.
Okay. Very good. And then the best one, I think, though, is if I could do one thing to help you, what would that be?
I think just continuing to be the amazing person that you are. I mean, I've worked for other direct sales companies, and if you asked me who the CEO was, I would not be able to tell you. I worked for one for
talk to them?
No, or eat with them or anything. I think that the genuineness that you provide to not only me as a person, but to the entire family of Scentsy and people outside of Scentsy is so visible. And I think for me, to help me in my business, it's just to keep doing what you're doing. And to continue.
I think I can do that.
Yeah, and to continue being my friend as a person. And I think that we grow from that, and I can't be more appreciative. You know, for someone in your status, okay, you're up there, right? You're humble.
Of that, you know what I mean? I don't feel like there's a status.
So I know that, and I think that's what the point that I'm trying to make is. There is a humble side to you. The fact that you actually even accepted my invitation to do this is beyond what other CEOs would do. It's just not on their agenda. It's not on their radar even. You know, and like you said, to take the time to talk to individual consultants and to comment on their Facebook posts. I mean, you see comments all the time. Oh my God, Heidi just said something to me. You just made my day. I mean, even those little things are huge to people. And I think if you can continue doing that, which I know is going to be easy because it's who you are, that will always help me. You've been an inspiration in my life, and that's the help.
Okay, so I think I could do that. It boggles my mind, though, that people, CEOs of other companies, that they would build a company and not want to be around the people that have joined together with them, that believe in the journey with them. And I actually have a friend that lives here in town, and she's with another company. I'm not going to say which one it is, but we had a conversation one time where she said her and her husband had earned the incentive trip, and that they went on the incentive trip and never saw any of the executives on the trip whatsoever. None of them. So I'm like, do they just not go, or do they hide out somewhere in their little suites, or what? And then why wouldn't you want to be there to congratulate all of those people for earning the incentive trip? It's a huge accomplishment. So anyway, I came away from that just thinking, really, they wouldn't go on the incentive trip? So I think that you're right, that probably is more of the norm, that you don't see the executives as much, but I don't get that, because you know, we've all helped each other be here, so I don't get that. But anyway.
Well, and you know what, Heidi, that kind of brings back to mind a conversation that you and I had about not allowing money to go to your head. And I think that, I mean, we all know where you guys stand monetarily. Right. I mean, it's not a secret, but you guys would never approach anybody with that mindset. And I think that's a huge advantage, obviously, to the business, but it's also comforting about, you know, for us out here on the field, knowing that you will always have our back and you're not going to flash it in front of our faces. Right. You know, I would never expect that from you guys, because it's never been there. It's never been part of who you are as people. And, you know, I think that that's probably what happens to a lot of these other CEOs, is that, oh, you know, they become this hoity-toity people because they created this and everybody is their minions. Yep. And, you know, that's the thing that changed dramatically. And it didn't even change because it wasn't really even there, but it put a whole different aspect to it when you guys changed the name to family. Yeah. Because that is exactly what we are. And unfortunately, the people that aren't part of Scentsy don't know that, and they don't feel it. And it's hard to explain that to people because the norm is not that. Right. You know? So, you know, it's
also that through serving, that's where love grows. And so, you know, maybe that's what's missing from some of the other companies. Right. I don't know.
No, I agree. And it's not that we're throwing anybody under the bus at all.
No.
I think it's just being able to, you know, when you're in a situation like mine where I can compare it, unfortunately. Yes. That's when it becomes an experience that I can then go ahead and share and say, yeah, you're right, because that's not what I experienced in this other place. So, but love is key, and we know that. And I'm very, very blessed. Oh, did I lose ya?
Hi. So I got a call on my phone and it hung up to take me to the other call. It was my dad calling me, so I will thank him.
Well, I don't see your video anymore, but we still have the voice, and I'm not sure if it's recording again. Oh, there we go.
Okay, hold on. There we go.
Okay.
Okay, sorry.
I'm not even sure if it's recording anymore. I think we got to love, and then God was speaking.
Yeah. Thunder.
So I don't know if it's recording anymore. But if it's not, maybe we can put a little, if you want to write a little bye, I'm sorry we got.
Yeah.
And I can add it to the end of the video. If not, I'll be able to add this in. But Heidi, I love you.
I love you too. Thank you. And thanks for being patient with me. I'm not very tech savvy.
It's all good.
Now, yeah, so this was easier. I do have Skype.
Yes. So we'll just have to make sure that it recorded. If not, we may be doing this again.
Okay, just let me know. Let me know. Okay.
Thank you. And I'm sorry we went over. I'm sure your person is sitting outside the door waiting.
They're fine. I actually don't see them. So we're good. We're good. It's okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Love you.
I love you. Thank you so much.
Okay,
have a great day.